We're very pleased to have with us public health specialist and head of public health and health technology at the University of Technology School of Public Health and Health Technology. We're joined by Dr. Winston Davidson, our guest at this time. Good morning, Dr. Davidson.
Morning. Morning.
Good morning and welcome. Thank you for joining us here on Up and Go on the Bridge 99 FM. My name is Richie B, and of course Shells is with me. We'll have a few questions for you, Doc. Starting off with this one. First of all, should Jamaicans at this time be, concerned about the Monkey Pox virus, although we only have 4 cases here so far?
Well, first of all, I don't think that there is any necessity for Jamaicans to be panicking or unduly concerned about this particular pandemic. First, it is not a disease which is rapidly transmissible, like, for example, the COVID-19. Secondly, the conditions for its rapid transmission does not exist at this time if you understand how the disease is spread. In the Jamaican situation also, you don't have monkeypox endemic. In other words, it's a zoonotic infection. By a zoonotic infection, we're talking about an infection which takes place within the animal kingdom. The host for the monkeypox, as you said, are squirrels and all that, and that type of animal. As a matter of fact, it's not even a monkey, right? As a matter of fact, the Health Organization is trying to rename the particular disease.
Oh, really?
Because the monkey is not the primary host.
And imagine so many of them are being killed.
Yeah, well, yes. In other words, it's what you call a sort of intermediate host.
Oh.
In other words, the monkey is not where the zoonotic infection is not the cause of the infection. It does not occur within the monkey kingdom naturally, right? Yes. The monkey is an incidental host, so to speak. Just like, for example, human beings are the incidental host.
Yes, yes.
So you get animal-to-animal transmission of the disease among the squirrels, that kind of animal within the bush, and where the virus infects these animals, but these animals have no symptoms of any disease because it is natural to them. They are what you call commensals. Right? Now, when the disease spread to the monkey, then the monkey gets these symptoms. You understand what I'm saying? So yes. The monkey is not really the host of this disease. Not in the same way that human beings are not really the host. Yeah. When it spreads to human beings, right? What happens? It spreads from animal to human. Usually, the disease stops and the human dies or the human gets infected and etc. But what has happened now? It moves from animal to human spread, and this is where the problem is. When it spreads from human to human in the human kingdom, in the human ecosystem.
Yes.
When it does that, that is where we now have to take the necessary measures to prevent those who are at risk from getting the disease and to make sure that our behavior does not, in fact, cause us to be at risk to continue the spread in the human-to-human spread.
So in the human kingdom, who would you say are at risk of contracting such a disease?
All right. All the data today demonstrates and informs us that persons who have very close, intimate relationship where the lesions, which are these sort of pus-like lesions on the skins, right? When the lesions drain and with the viruses in them, they spread to the skin. The lesions are also in the mouth, just like chickenpox. When the lesions break, they spread to people in close, intimate contact. And based on the epidemiology, we see that men who have sex with men are seen to be more susceptible to this particular disease, especially men who have multiplicity of partners.
Oh.
Right? And so, therefore...
that is why they're calling it a gay disease, because I was about to ask you that.
Yeah, but it is not a gay disease in the sense that it is a disease that starts in animals.
Yes.
You understand?
So that's
this is an incidental thing. It is not even what you call a sexual disease. You understand? No. But if men who have sex with men, right, have multiplicity of partners, many partners at the same time, that is when you get the rapid spread. Okay? And the majority of persons who are gay do not have that sexual practice. You understand?
Yes.
The sexual practice of multiplicity of partners. In the same way that a heterosexual man, right? The heterosexual men, the majority of heterosexual men do not have multiplicity of partners. Okay? And so therefore, it is also possible that if you have sex with many people at the same time in orgies and all that is what happens. That is not the case with the majority of men who have sex with men.
Okay.
Right? It's not the case. And the other thing that we must understand is that it is very, very important for us to not distort the science of this disease by scapegoating people and creating all sorts of problems that distort the scientific truth of the disease. The scientific truth of any pandemic is that you always have people who blame people and attack different cohort groups who have the disease. In this case, it just happens that the disease is spreading among a particular group of persons who have a type of sexual practice.
Understood.
Okay?
Understood.
But it's not spread necessarily by sexual practice. Any one of the lesions and any intimate, close relationship where you have skin to skin and what have you, and you have this relationship during or even kissing, for example, right? Or because it's also spread by droplet infection. We know that COVID-19 spread by droplet infection, right? When you speak, etc. Or for example, from the nasal passage, right? The fact of the matter is that because of the method of spread and the particular unique sexual practice of this particular target group, men who have sex with men, right? You find that you have a higher prevalence of the disease in this particular group. And so therefore, all we need to do is to ensure that our brothers, right, who in fact suffer from these diseases, who in fact are, in the majority of cases, men who have sex with men, that we caution them and assist in ensuring that they do not practice group sex or sex
multiple partners.
With multiple partners.
Okay.
They must stick to the one partner.
Right.
If they stick to the one partner, they don't have a problem.
You know,
understand?
Now, Dr. Davidson, I'm curious though, before you go, because I appreciate the information. Thank you so much for that, Doc. But do you believe enough information is being given to the public? Because right now, it just seems like the streets just going with these myths and going with what the streets say. But do you think that, we're getting enough information as the public about this virus?
The thing about it is this, that I'm always of the view that when you speak the truth and when you consistently tell the people the truth, eventually it doesn't give any room for persons to distort the truth and to scapegoat people. Look, we have had a long history in this country of people being scapegoated for diseases. For example, with TB, we had the National Chest Hospital was known as Black Fence. You understand? Mm-hmm. Where they were quarantined, etc. Right? And people have been called unclean. We had persons with, for example, leprosy. We had a leper home in Spanish Town. Those people were literally ostracized. But you don't have to go to those diseases. Look at the 200-year history in Jamaica, when Bellevue Hospital was like a prison. Somebody gets mentally ill, right? They were seen as if they possessed some devil or so. They threw them in Bellevue Hospital, locked them up with a key.
Whoa.
Right?
Wow.
And they were in like prisoners. They were treated like prisoners. Mm-hmm. Right? The reform in the treatment of mental illness only came in the 70s. And the late Dr. Hickling, right, was part of that reform. Yeah. Right?
Dr. Davidson.
Therefore,
yes.
This scapegoating must stop.
Must stop.
And people must arm themselves with the true scientific facts.
And that is why we're happy that we have you this morning. That's why we're happy we have you. Can this be cured? How is it treated? Monkeypox.
Monkeypox can be cured.
Okay.
Right. You understand? It's what you call a self-limiting disease. Chickenpox is a self-limiting disease. Right? You treat the symptoms, and eventually you build up the antibodies against it.
Okay. I'm getting a message from one of my listeners as we speak. A dog catches monkeypox from its owners. Yes. This apparently happened in France. Do you find that startling?
Not really. Mm-hmm. Not really. What you have is the host, and then the intermediate host, right? Because the dogs do not carry monkeypox, right, as a natural zoonotic infection among the dogs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The natural zoonotic infection of monkeypox is with the squirrels and the animals that you mentioned.
Yes.
Not at the top of the program.
Not even the monkeys.
Not even the monkeys.
Not even the monkeys.
And that is why the head of the World Health Organization is intending to change the name of the disease from monkeypox.
Dr. Davidson, it was really, really informative, this discussion, and we thank you for all that you shared with us this morning, and we wish you a great day. Thank you so much, Doc.
Okay, you want to mention it.
All the best. Dr. Winston Davidson, ladies and gentlemen, Bridge Nation. He's a public health specialist, and he's the head of public health and health technology at the University of Technology School of Public Health and Health Technology. And he shared a great deal with us this morning on the matter of monkeypox that is affecting the world at this time. 4 cases so far confirmed in Jamaica. Be careful, peeps. Yeah. And follow the protocols, you know what I mean? We're not get rid of COVID yet, and now monkeypox is upon us. What next? Only God knows.